Hey everybody, this is Sunless Studio and we're officially live and my camera should be reconnecting anytime now. Anytime now. There it is. Hi! Hello, hello! And welcome. As you can see, I had my fun with this canvas because I finally got the tablet driver to work. So if anybody tuned in, hey, hello! I'm sure you remember last time where I had some computer troubles and things kind of went south really fast. And see, I was thinking that it was just going to be the wrench. The wrench is perfect. Yeah, because the technical difficulties were pretty wacky. So like the first thing that happened with the last session was the tablet driver just stopped working, so I was trying to make marks on the canvas, and so like the pressure sensitivity was the first thing to go out, and then once that started, it just started devolving. It just started getting worse over time. It was crazy. Like it was getting worse, and like every time I would make marks and stuff like that, it would slow down until it was like practically unusable. And then I got a thing that said that the driver wasn't working anymore. Like I got a pop-up notification. Then it made me restart, so I went to the interface, the user interface, and it told me to restart it. So I'm like, okay, I'll restart the computer, whatever. So I did that, and then Windows updates started happening. So I'm like, okay, whoa, what's all this? So then I did that, and then I started getting these really weird errors, and so I took pictures of them because they were weird and I didn't understand them. Yeah, and then I finally, after like 4 restarts, I finally got the thing to work. And as you see, I had my tests. I enjoyed marking this test. This is a test fix. We're back, baby. Because I was pretty excited because it was so ridiculous. The whole thing was just wacky. But yeah, we're officially back. That's on its own layer. Fret not. We can hide these layers and we can resume where we left off. So, that's what we shall do. I think I'm gonna delete these tests. Alright, here we go. So back to Petri. It's been a little bit of time, but I suppose that we are back. Maybe I should do a little zoom in, zooming out. Yay, right? I was so stoked when we got it to work. Just 100%. That's pretty fair right there. That's fine, I think. Yeah, I was pretty stoked, I will say. It was such a problem when it wouldn't work. Like I don't know, I just had so many problems with it. Like the pressure sensitivity was already one thing, like it just totally went out on me. And it's like, I know that my tablet doesn't just do that, you know? Like there was definitely something really wrong. I digress. How have you all been? How is Rin doing tonight? And how is Keto? Even though he just saw me throw out a gigantic spider from the kitchen. There was a giant spider in the kitchen and he told me I didn't throw it out far enough in the yard, and it was so funny. It was massive. The thing was huge. It was like this big around. It was a big spider. He was a big boy. He was a big boy. Of course, it was a very lanky spider, so like it wasn't like heavy or anything. He was just a lanky boy. There's so much more control over this. I have a cold, but I'm living. Oh no, you have a cold. cold. Ooh. That sucks. Well, are you on the path to getting better, or did you just start getting sick? I'm so happy I can draw this little girl now, and I actually have the pressure mat. Like, it actually detects the pressure like I want it to. Thick rim glasses. Thick rim glasses. And her eyes will be so faint. But that's essentially where you'll see them. I'm getting better, but I had to work the last 2 days super sick with no voice. Ooh, that's the worst. Oh, that sucks. And you have to talk to a lot of people. Because you're at a restaurant and you are a manager, as I recall, which is, that's quite the task. You probably had to work a lot, too. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I hope that you get better soon. Hopefully the worst of that is over with, right? I wore my mask and tried to stay in the back just washing dishes. Good call. You probably didn't really have much else that you could do. It's just, you know, COVID or not, you don't want the looks from people, you know? Like, even though it might not be, people look at you funny when you cough, or when you sneeze, or when you're sick, or you're feeling under the weather. Everybody gives you the look now. Everybody makes assumptions, and especially working with food, right? So judgy. Yeah, people get so testy about it, and what are you gonna do, really? I mean, good call, good call. Yeah, we're in kind of a pretty strange timeline right now, wouldn't you say? We're in a pretty bizarre timeline. Okay, so let's get that hair first. We'll just kind of put that there. There's Rooster! Oh my gosh, speaking of Rooster, there's the Amethyst Mystery. Yay! Digging the get up, thank you! I'm red and blue because look at this character that I'm going to be drawing tonight. This is Petri from Animal Crossing. Bing Smoko, welcome, thank you for being here. So this is for just the streamer setup. Oh, thank you for the follow. Ryletex, thank you. You're awesome. This is for the digital art streams. Oh, there's my boy Pecco. Hey, bird, is that the new Animal Crossing mouse? Yes, she is. That's my girl, Petri. Hi, brother. Hi, brother Prospero. How's everything going? Yeah, I'm pretty excited. See, I've got the whole blue and the red, and I'm matching her tonight because she's wonderful, and I love my little Petri mouse. Never mind, I see the reference pics. Yeah, you're good, no worries. No worries at all. So here's what we've got so far. I'll go ahead and do a little zoom out. Zooming out. Like, I'd say 75% is probably a good zoom out point. There we go. So I started the sketch when my tablet driver was acting really funky and I didn't have any pressure sensitivity, but now that's fixed. So Thankfully, tonight, I can just start going at it full speed, I guess. No problems. Shouldn't have any. I'm making a house for her right now. Yay! So, in the Happy Home Paradise, is it the same for everybody's Petri? Like, did she want a tea room for yours, too? Because I did a tea room for her, because that's what she wanted. And then, yeah, and then I like changed, I customized her furniture to be like red on one side and blue on the other side, just because of her ears. I've been feeling cruddy after work, but wanted to stop in at least for a bit. The sketch looks great so far. Thank you! Thank you, brother. But dude, I'm so sorry that you're feeling cruddy. Are you feeling kind of under the weather too? Rin was just saying that she's sick. I hope you're not sick. Hope you're okay. Feeling cruddy after work. Want to stop in for a bit. Yeah, because everyone's been getting sick too. Like, McQuack and Panda, she hasn't stopped in a bit, but if anybody here recalls, she's a regular when she can be. She is down with something right now too. She's sick, and everybody's sick. It's crazy. She's asking for a tea room. Yeah, it's such an odd thing. You would think that she would ask for a lab, right, Ren? Like, wouldn't that be the obvious thing? But apparently not. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry you're feeling cruddy, Sparrow. I hope you feel better soon, too. You and Rin. And McQuacken, of course. She's not here right now, but if she does show, I hope she feels better. I was, like, playing Animal Crossing with her the other day, and, catch this. I thought it was just allergies, but it hasn't gone away for a couple days. I just got my booster. Oh, you got your booster! That might be it. People have been saying that they feel under the weather after they get their booster. I haven't gotten mine yet. I don't want to wait too long, but I should be able to get mine probably pretty soon here. I mean, I am due for one. It's been like 6 or 7 months since I finished up mine too. So I could probably go in for one. I definitely recommend, definitely, for anybody getting the vaccines. I know it's too late for Brother Vespero, but I definitely recommend taking some zinc. There's something online. I'm going to go ahead and look it up because I really want to show you guys. There's one with, I would definitely take just zinc, but if you can, there is one that has, it's like a 3-in-1, and it's got zinc and magnesium. Let me see if I can find it. Zinc, magnesium, and calcium, I believe? Okay. Calcium, magnesium, and zinc. So I take a supplement. I'm pretty sure it's like a Nature's Bounty brand. It's really, really great for getting over being like really sick. The zinc is amazing. Kiddo, you're so right. I was skeptical, but it actually works really, really well. Like, so well, dude. Anytime I take it early on enough from getting sick, either it just goes away, or I have the mildest, chillest cold in my entire life. And if I don't take something, or if I just take vitamin C, because vitamin C seems not to do anything for me at all, take that with some vitamin C when you're feeling pretty sick, and it helps a lot. Yeah, I feel like the vitamin C is good when it's supplemental with something else. On its own, I feel like it doesn't quite pull its weight. But the zinc, man, is a miracle. At least for me. Yes, it works quite well for what it does. I would say so. Really, really wonderful. Yeah, so this is my... This is my little digital art stream setup, but it's temporary. See, because I will be getting back into painting dragons, as I do. But I figured it would be nice to kind of veer off and do a little bit of fan art as well. I also made some print sheets. Like, I designed some print sheets for when I make the Ione keychain, as well as some others. So I got some materials in, and I don't have enough of everything to get the keychain started again. I think the last and final thing I need is the resin itself, because my old resin has expired, so I need to buy new resin. That's what I should do tonight. I should buy more resin tonight. Yeah, that's what I should do. But I want to make those keychains pretty bad. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off subject. I'm kind of rambling and ranting. But just wanted to say that this whole stream setup is quite a temporary thing. I do like to do fan art once in a while, as you might know. I am the fan art Animal Crossing nerd, just the way it should be. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Christmas because of what we got for our daughter. We got some pretty cool stuff for her. And maybe I shouldn't spoil it here because I know that she likes to watch my past live streams sometimes. But oh my gosh, we're gonna get her some pretty cool stuff. Yes, yes. And it's gonna be a good Christmas. It's the first Christmas where my daughter is like aware enough that she knows that it's Christmas. Like, she knows that it's a holiday and that there's things to expect, like presents. Gosh, I just remembered from earlier today. So I'm working on a commission and I was just painting out in the living room with my daughter. She had Blippi on. She watches Blippi sometimes. And they were talking about Christmas. She was watching a Christmas special. And Blippi was like talking about presents, or somebody said, let's open presents, or I can hardly wait to open presents, right? And then my daughter, she cuts in and she's like, we don't have any presents. And I was just like, I was just laughing. We don't have any presents. Like, she's telling him though that there are no presents. So like, my daughter, she'll ask for things that we actually don't have sometimes, and I'll say, we don't have this, we don't have X. And she like basically took that word for word with the same inflection, but also carried a lot of disappointment with it. We don't have any presents. I'm like, oh my god. We actually don't have any under the tree currently, but we have them. She just doesn't know. Not yet. Who's excited for Christmas? Hopefully you guys all get the sick out of the way so that you can enjoy your holiday without any kind of interference, like being sick I always found it to be the worst thing ever, that I would get sick during the holidays all the time. It was pretty much inevitable, really. I mean, it was expected. There came a point where it was expected that I would be sick. But, of course, I legit, like, was sick pretty much all the time, though. I would get sick once every month, pretty much, for a while. Something was wrong with my immune system. It just wasn't okay. But now it's better. I'm not doing so bad lately, but there was a problem with my immune system. Definitely. But, yeah, she's so cute. Oh my gosh. Really? She is so cute. We don't have any presents. Oh man. On Facebook today, I shared a picture of what I had to deal with my cleanup. Maybe I should kind of get rid of the, or maybe I can have the pocket right here instead. Yeah. We're just cleaning up the sketch today. That's what we'll do. There we go. You know, it's so funny. Keto and I have been playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I don't know if I want to have her thing like that. But I kind of want to makeshift my own, maybe, a little bit. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of add this right here. I'm going to add some buttons. Right there. Okay, we've been playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first one, and my daughter, she's been cutting in and reading the text. So it's a very, very text-heavy game. It's practically like an interactive, like, novel. Like an action novel is what they call the genre, I guess. But it's very, very text-heavy. And so she likes to show off her reading skills. Objection! She likes to show off her reading skills, and she jumps in and she likes to act out the part. So like when somebody really like screams something, she screams it too, like the no, like she yells it really loud and she acts out the part so dramatically. It's so cute. She's so good at reading too. I mean, I'm really impressed with her. When I was her age, I couldn't read anything at all. There she is reading all her own books. Your Honor, it's clearly going to rain any second now. Ooh, I bet. I'll be able to hear it because I have the window cracked in here, which is super exciting. Let's go ahead and just... my hands are sticking a little bit to the surface. I've heard people with the best digital art gear get these gloves that are like these. They're like these gloves that only cover your pinky, so that like, and it goes around and it covers, like, it just straps on, it covers your pinky, so that when you're sliding your hand on the canvas, it can continue to slide around without sticking from like your hand oils. It's been raining here for a few hours. Wow! Few hours. That's crazy. It's gonna get over here pretty soon. Yeah, no doubt, very soon. arm is way too big. She's really been lifting, huh? She's been lifting those clip bars. Clipboards too much. She's here to tell you. That's too big. There we go. We need that cuff to kind of show right there. We need this to be a little bit thicker. And then we need this. To kind of show a little bit. Let's just kind of get rid of some of that. There we are. I just noticed Shino is the only female deer with horns. Yes, she's something special, man. She's definitely some kind of demon. You know what she reminds me of is the Chinese water deer, because she actually has fangs too, if you notice. She's the only one with fangs too. She's the only deer with fangs. It's very fascinating. She's some kind of... Yes, she also has fangs, exactly. Isn't that so interesting? She's gotta be some kind of like Japanese, like a yokai or something. I just noticed the fangs. It's noticeable. They're like kind of far back, so you can't see them right away. But they're in there. It's so interesting. She's gotta be based on some kind of like yokai or something. Isn't that the term for it? Like Japanese folklore, like creatures of mythology, like Japanese mythology. I'm really taking some guesses, but I really think that that's probably what the deal is with Shino. It's probably what's going on with her. I got some idea. We're gonna go ahead and downsize this. Yep. There we go. Now I just need to anchor the layer. I forgot how to anchor it on this. We're gonna deselect, and there we go. For sure she's some sort of spirit or demon. I hope she doesn't cause problems on my island. Well, I mean, you're inviting a demon deer. You know, it's anyone's guess what's gonna happen. Hopefully you have the magic circle and the magic wall and the crystal ball to help you. I don't know. Go ask Katrina to ward off the evil spirits. Maybe she'll help. Perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. I'm thinking kind of something akin to that for her little feet. Little mousy feet. Little mousy feet. It's hard to say until I turn it around. Everything's gonna look super awful the second that I turn it around. Guaranteed. Okay, so the clipboard. Now I just have to remember what clipboards look like. So stupid. What a stupid thing I have to look up. Clipboard. I sent our friend Matthew your links and he's loving your stream. He doesn't have an account to comment. Oh, well hi Matthew. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you so much. Bing Smoko, you're awesome. Thank you for showing me off. That's great. Thank you. I'm kind of a bozo, so right now I'm looking up pictures of clipboards to put in my brain so I can try to replicate them the best that I can for this little girl's clipboard in her arm. Alright, let's take a look at them. Alright, so they pretty much all have like the same basic shape. I think I can remember that. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. I really hear that thunder now. I actually really do. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's kind of how the clipboard's gonna look, and then we've got some documents here. Little documents in mousy language, and clearly she wrote that. She didn't type it, she wrote it because I said so. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, dude, the world needs to know about you. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm so flattered. Thank you. Well, I hope you guys are all having a good evening. Right now, we're just, you know, chilling, listening to the... I hear thunder, so I'm listening to thunder. And I'm sure I'm about to hear some rain. No doubt. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling, right? I think, nice little chill Thursday. Who's excited for the holiday? I feel like Thanksgiving literally just ended. I feel like you guys were literally just over here. And Thanksgiving just ended. Everything is going so fast. What's happening? There's our girl. Man, it's been such a long time since I've digital arted. Been a while. Same. Right? I think that there's a problem with this leg here, so we're gonna look at it. Here's what we're going to do. Opacity. We're gonna lower the opacity of this. We're gonna kind of get rid of that underneath layer piece. And then we're gonna do this. Layer. I guess we could go edit, transform, flip horizontal. Okay, so not too bad, but I do think a few things need to be adjusted. Yeah, I can kind of see what I should be doing with this right here. Okay, we're gonna grab the whole body. We're just gonna take her body off for a second. And we're gonna go like this. Just gonna bring it inward just a tiny bit. Just like that. Okay, and then, I feel like with her foot, I kind of almost want to do something else, like sort of like a mid-walk thing. The way that her leg is, I might have to actually select, deselect. I might actually want to up the opacity, and honestly, I don't have to redo everything because it's not too bad. See, this is the way that you want to prevent like things like art lean. This is how it's done. You have to flip the image, you have to mirror it. So that you can gain a new perspective. And it helps you see the flaws. Everything from Halloween on is pretty much a blur to me. There were a couple months in 2020 that felt endless. Now time is like warp speed. Yeah, so like at the beginning of the lockdowns and stuff like that, I feel like that definitely was a really, really difficult time. And people felt super, super trapped in their houses. So it makes sense that it felt super slow. She has one leg. Let's try and give her another leg, shall we? Because right now she's got only one. I'm kind of thinking something like similar to like a little bit of a walk cycle thing, but I don't know if I want that. Maybe. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. It would have to be something kind of like that. Like, sort of like that, I suppose? It's hard to say. Maybe I can do another flipperoo and then see how it looks from that side. Yeah. Edit, transform. We'll flip it again. Not too shabby. I think we've definitely corrected it. So we kind of have ended up with something kind of similar to what I want. Now we're going to start doing our actual digital painting. This is just the reference line art, but I don't think I really want to do too much line art, no heavy lines in this. Maybe I do, but kind of similar to the other one. Just a digital painting, I think. But before we get into that, I want to take a quick water break, okay? We good for that? I set up a new break screen that actually has a time lapse of my first dragon painting so that you guys don't have to watch the same exact one every single time. But yeah, I figured that might actually be better that way. It'll be using the same music as what is playing currently. So yeah. Alright, you guys, I will be right back. I'm just gonna go grab some water, and then we'll be ready to head into the painting portion. Digital painting, of course. See you soon. Alright, we're back and we're waiting for that camera to connect. It looks like it hangs off on the last frame before I switch the scene. It's so weird how it does that. Okay, we're officially back and I'm feeling good now. I had my water and I also realized my chatbot wasn't running the whole time, but that's okay. I'm starting it up right now. We're just gonna reconnect a few things. Oh, generate token. So I noticed something about Twitch. It logged me out of everything randomly. So I'm wondering, and I noticed this just before I went live, it was crazy. Let's go ahead and try to log back in. Oops. What? Why is it doing it backwards? That was a strange glitch. Okay. Oh my gosh. Authenticator. Guys, I have to use the camera. And then I'm gonna slide on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and use it to check the authenticator. I don't think that I actually have... Maybe I do. Maybe I can check it from here. Okay, let's take a look. Tap to get your Twitch security code 11. Let's reload that. Perfect. Alright. Just gotta make sure everything is golden. Perfect. Reloaded. Should be good. Okay, I wonder why it locked me out of everything. Yeah, of course. Will it connect? Okay, so it looks like it has connected. I do believe. Okay. Let's close that. Alright, so that connected, but the camera disconnected. So let's reconnect that. Are we back? Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. Oh, I hear that rain. It's raining hard out there. Oh boy. So we, over the weekend, have started making some super awesome, like, we've been fixing up our backyard. So now we're making some pretty cool planting areas where we're going to have some pepper plants. We planted radishes. We planted onions. I hope this isn't too much rain for them. They did get some water today, but maybe it's good that they're getting rained on. I hope it doesn't drown them. I'm sure it'll be okay. Now that I think about it, water doesn't stay on the ground around here. It doesn't, it's not like a marsh, you know, it doesn't collect. I think it'll be okay. Alrighty then. Let's pick up our stuff. And and then hoist up this awesome tablet. Let's go ahead and start drawing again. So instead of like normal drawing, we're just going to actually kind of do like a digital painting. So low opacity, very low opacity, and then underneath it, we're gonna create a group. Okay, and then we're gonna rename the first group Lines. And then the second group, we're going to rename that Fancy Dinosaur Doctor. Thank you so much for the follow. Hello. Alrighty, so we're gonna name that one Paint. We're gonna name it Paint, and then we're gonna start painting. Inside. There we go, okay. I'm also gonna go ahead and save right now because you never know what's gonna happen. Technical difficulties, they just happen all the time. And I can't ever seem to really predict them, they just happen. I'm no certified doctor. But you are a doctor, right? Just uncertified. You've got the creepy doctor dinosaur experiments going on in your lab, I know. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Are you familiar with this character? We're gonna go ahead and zoom out. Are you familiar with this little lab rat here? I'm super excited. I'm an Animal Crossing nerd, so I'm making Animal Crossing fan art tonight. Yeah, perfect. Amazing. So do you like to play? Nice. Do you like to play Animal Crossing? I'm a big giant Animal Crossing nerd, so that's what I'm doing right now. Although I don't always paint Animal Crossing characters on here. This is probably the second character that I've done that's, I guess, technically the third fan art that I've done on this channel. For the most part, I just paint dragons. I've never played Animal Crossing before. Oh! Do you like to watch? Yeah, it's a pretty cute, fun game. I mean, the games all are very, very different from each other. Just because there's such a big time gap in between the different games. And so it's like really interesting going back and playing the old one, like the oldest. There's Animal Forest, which I guess is also like the GameCube one, which is Animal Crossing Population Growing on the GameCube, which is basically just a Nintendo 64 game. But it is so drastically different from the newest installment, the Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's super different. Like, it's crazy how different and how much the series changed over time. Yeah, alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead and we're gonna start painting. Let's opacity 100 this and then turn off the opacity lock. Oh. Multiply, that explains everything. Alright, let's just clear this layer. Perfect, better. I was like wondering why I was doing that, like why was it layering up? I had the brush mode set to multiply, so silly. So very silly. So tell me about yourself, Fancy Dinosaur Doctor. Is that DR for doctor? Because I'm guessing, and I could be completely wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I won't be offended, I promise. Do you stream, and what do you stream? Fancy Dinosaur Doctor. Yeah, and then we're just gonna go ahead and do some pretty solid colors to start. Like I said, we're not going to do any heavy line art for this. This will be a lot like my, this will be a lot like my Ione. Nope, not a doctor. Ah, so you meant that. You totally meant that. I do not stream. I'm more of a watcher. It depends on whatever I'm interested in. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Do you like to watch just art channels and stuff like that? Sometimes my interests fluctuate. Sometimes I do want to watch video games, and sometimes I just kind of want to watch someone else make art while I take a load off and just do something else. Sometimes I'm dealing with more technical stuff, and I'll watch other people art while I'm doing the technical stuff. And that's always fun. Yes, I'm trying to get back in the mood of drawing, so I watch people draw. Oh, yeah, that inspiration, that spark of inspiration that you could get from other people. I like to do the same thing. That's great. Yeah. I love sharing inspiration. It's awesome. Yeah, so what kind of art do you like to make? Fancy dinosaur. As for me, I'm sure it's already quite apparent. I do like to make fan art once in a while, but on this channel, I like to make a lot of dragons. Dragons are my favorite subject, and fantasy stuff is always my favorite. I absolutely love fantasy. Pixel, like sprite art, right? Do people call it sprite art these days, or do people only call it pixel art? Because I recall that it used to be called spriting or sprite art, and now nobody says that word. So maybe I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure why it'd be changed, but I used to love to do pixel art as well. I used to love to make pixel art Pokemon. What about you? I hear only pixel nowadays. Yeah. I wonder if things changed, or maybe if it was just kind of like the forums that I was on, and maybe that's just how they would call things. I'm not sure. It's pretty tough. But yes, pixel art for the win. I really used to back in the day. One of my favorite things to do was to go on Pokemon forums, and then there were always sections for the sprite artists, right? So this was my, like, I loved to go do the sprite art in those threads. I would try to make my own scratch sprites, so basically sprites created from scratch. So it was just art that you would make with just the pixels. I really find it so fascinating because when you're zooming in and you're just working with the pixels, just the squares, it's eliminated so much of the detail that you have to, you have to have a really high functioning brain to, and honestly, it would get so mentally tiring to me because you're going in there and you're making sure that the pixels, like you gradate them, and you have to like choose just the right color for each pixel, because for me right now, I'm just like kind of mindlessly swiping and stuff like that. I wouldn't say mindless, okay, maybe not mindless, but it does take a lot of the pressure off because you're just kind of like drawing and making strokes with your hand. But with pixel art, you have to be mindful of every single pixel, and you have to know what color you're putting on that square. And it's its own ball game. It's great. I love it. Yeah. Really fun. I used to be in a pretty tight-knit community of Pokemon nerds who we all loved, to make Pokemon art and sprite art and stuff like that. I wonder what those people are doing these days. It's been a long time. I remember when I was really doing that. I think it was 2006 when I was the most active on those types of boards. And I went by the usernames Pink Leon, Dynastid, and then of course I think the more recent one would be Altia. But now I've landed on Sunless Studio for everything across the board. So, but yeah, like way back in the day, I loved to be on those forums. They were so fun. So much fun. So let's do our solid colors. Solid colors. Now, of course, we can be kind of messy with this part. It really doesn't matter too much because we're going to be covering up a lot of that. In fact, we'll be doing it on separate layers, but this will all be pretty covered up. Looks pretty messy now. I used to, when I was a kid, I was always told things always have to look worse before they look better. Or things might look worse before they look better. I can't remember exactly the phrasing. But a lot of times it's in regards to like deep cleaning. Well said, sprites are mainly used in game sense. Yeah, and then also you really have to limit your palette. I remember one of my first times that I did a really big scratch sprite, I didn't limit my palette and there were so many different colors that I used. So I didn't like go into indexed mode or anything like that, so I didn't have a select palette that I had decided that I was going to use, even though I did have a lot of repeating colors. I wasn't mindful of that. And the other spriters noticed. And they were like, you should really be limiting your palette because that's the point of sprites. Like, you know, because a lot of times they'll be indexed with like there's 8-bit, there's 16-bit. Yeah, I think those are the ones that are pretty much gonna be most commonly used as 8-bit and 16-bit, and I was trying to work in 16-bit color space. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but gosh. It's quite challenging because yeah, you're very limited to your resources. You've only got some pixels, some squares to work with, and they should all come together and make a very clear picture. To imitate that. Oh! Oh, wow. Alright, so speaking of Pokemon, have you seen the new Voltorb? I did see it, and it looks really weird. It looks... I don't know, it looks too trapezoidy. I don't know. It looks like a giant polygon. I think I could only see people refer to sprites when it's used as part of a game / animation, etc. Oh, okay. Or made to imitate, to imitate that. While pixel art is pretty much any standalone 2D artwork made of squares. Oh, okay, I understand. New Voltorb is quite interesting. Well said, sprites are mainly used in game sense. Yes, okay, so that makes complete sense. Yeah, because I did a lot of that pixel art, but the pixel art was games. It was strictly video game-esque. It was supposed to be like that. That was the aesthetic. Not that they were used for games. I definitely didn't inject them in games, even though I think I really remember wanting to make my own Pokemon mods, but just didn't have the resources to do so. But gosh, yeah, okay, so that makes complete sense. Sparrow, thank you for clearing that up. That makes complete and total sense. So we need her little hands to come up through there. So this is just where her little like gray spots are gonna be peeking through. Her mousy body. So this is going to be kind of like a gradient. It gradients out to a darker gray. I know, so I will have to be mindful of that. But I was always told, especially during like cleaning and stuff like that, it has to look worse before it looks better. The words echoing in my head of my parents while I was cleaning and things like that, but I also kind of took it to art as well, because sometimes it is gonna look weird. So, but you have to not mind that. You have to not mind that there will be processes or parts of it that that will look a little bit strange, but you just have to know what you're doing and trust in the process. It's like when I start my paintings, I start them in grayscale, but it's a very sloppy grayscale. It's basically just mapping out the composition the best that I can, and then I layer color over top of that, and then I add details. But the composition is what comes first, before anything. Trusting the process. Got to trust the process. Okay, so now that I've done that, actually, there is something that I want to do. Let's go ahead and take her little leggy there. Shift. And we're gonna go image. Oh wait, let's do refine edge. So we're gonna create a feather effect. Okay. Now we're gonna go edit. And I do want to go, that's right, it's not in this, right. Layer. Let's do this, okay. So we're gonna go into adjustments, and then we're gonna go do exposure. And then I'm going to go ahead and make that a little bit darker. We're just going to make it darker. There we go. Trust the process. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, you kind of have the formula in your head. And let's go ahead and deselect that. And yeah, you just kind of have the formula. You have the idea in your head. You know the steps to take. And then it's just a matter of taking those steps and trusting that process, because it will look messy along the way, but then you come through on top. That's the important part, is getting through on top and having the exact result that you wanted in the first place. I know that a lot of times people will get scared to get adventurous with their art because they're afraid of it looking bad for a moment. But it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't need to be that way. You can always be adventurous. I think it's important to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we're on a different layer. So let's go ahead and grab some blue here. Go ahead and just quickly, we're just gonna really fill in that blue.
Oh boy, I better talk then, huh? Does that sound, do I sound tiny? Do I sound small and itty bitty? Did it work? Oh, please tell me it worked. I have to know that I sound like a chipmunk. You guys have to confirm for me because I can't hear it and I want to make sure everything works okay. Right? I sound like a chipmunk? Yes! Okay, good, yes! I'm small, like the mouse. Now oh, now I really am her, huh? That's too funny. That's really wonderful. I adore these fun little quirky redeemables. I hope that you guys really enjoy. Oh yeah, it worked. Too good, too good. I can't wait to listen back and hear myself and how small I sound. So itty bitty and mouse-sized I sound. Because it's just too funny. I always like to rewind and look back these parts. And I love them. I'm glad you do. I'm really glad. Because I really try to have so much fun with these. It's been a while since I've really added any new features, but I do plan to pretty soon. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait because I haven't really been terribly active, I will say. My husband and I have been growing a garden. I know you guys can't take me seriously right now. I'm just gonna say it. I know. But we have been working on a garden. And we have been working on our backyard. We've been making all sorts of changes back there. And it's really cool. But it's been taking me all my time. All my precious time. But it's okay. Actually, we're really happy. It's awesome. Gotta grow some peppers, yes. It's so awesome. I'm so excited to see where we go with this because it's gonna be so cool. Right now we have 6 jalapeno pepper starts on the windowsill. And then we also have bell pepper starts, 6 of them. And yeah, we have jalapenos, we have bell peppers going right now. This is the we are super excited though, like because we're going to also, we planted radishes, so we're gonna have radishes, hopefully. We planted, he bought green onions at the store, just like regular green onions, and then we just planted them. Oh, this is the best, or this is the place where I took some gardening classes to learn about urban gardening. Ooh, urbanfarm.org. Ooh, Keto, he's probably sleeping right now. He falls asleep right around this time. No worries. Let's just go ahead and, I'm gonna write that down really quick. Because I don't think I have anything that I can open that with currently. Well, I have my computer, but OBS, opening links in OBS OBS for some reason is really slow and it almost crashed OBS. So I'm going to take this to my phone when I'm done streaming. Then we'll take a look. Yay! Celestial theme! Woo! One of my faves. One of my faves. www. The World Wide Web. .urbanfarm.org. Ooh, that's awesome! I told Keto about that today. That I messaged it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I told Keto today that you took classes on things like the hydroponics
and all that really cool stuff that he's like super excited and learning about. We're also kind of hoping at some point to get a chicken coop, so we'll have chickens. Because I love chickens and I'm actually really excited about that. I will build the coop. I love chickens and I would love taking care of chickens. I do worry about them in the heat, but we actually will build a place in our garage and have that insulated and with an AC in there too. So, oh, small Sunla's gone. Oh no. Ah. I know, it's the high point reward too. I had to keep myself chatty so that you could hear enough of the small Sunla voice. Because what would be the point if I were quiet, right? So I had to get myself, what do I talk about? Because I was excited about it. I was excited to be the small Sunla voice. You know, it's fun to be a chipmunk sometimes. It's fun to sound like a little chipmunk. If it's got you chuckling, I think that makes it all worth it. All worth it. So let's take her little, she's like this little, no, let's do her hair first, right? I think that's probably the most logical step next. Let's do her hair first. Hair hydroponics though, that's so awesome. The fact that Keto is super into it right now. We're learning about it. He was showing me like a bunch of YouTube videos, just so many YouTube videos. Don't let a rooster pick on you or your little. Don't worry, we're not planning on getting a rooster. We're gonna try to, I know that sometimes the males, they slip through the cracks, but we're gonna try to get sexed females. That was always my least favorite part of taking care of chickens. Yeah, so unfortunately, because the males are so loud, the roosters are so loud, I don't think we can even really have roosters because they are too loud, and I think that our development, our HOA, wouldn't be happy. You know what I mean? I don't think we could really get away with that for long. I think it would be a matter of time before the HOA, you know, get rid of those roosters, get rid of those chickens, whatever. They're pretty strict around here. Yeah, those roosters, they be crazy. I've never been chased by a rooster, but I fully believe that they would chase you. Because I remember when I was helping raise and take care of somebody else's chickens. My ex's grandma's chickens, she had chickens, and then there were also chickens at the ranch that my brother and we used to go to, and I was in charge of the coop sometimes. And they were just chickens in there, but there were roosters at my ex-boyfriend's grandma's. They ended up with a couple of roosters. Roosters can be mean, dude. So the rooster, there were a couple of them. The first one got killed by something, some animal. I don't know what happened, but it never reached full adulthood. It was just showing that it was definitely a rooster. Like, it was getting the plumage. You could tell that it was going to be a big boy rooster. and something happened to it. And then there was a rooster, though, that, like, made it to full maturity, and he was aggressive. And he was actually, like, attacking and, like, doing things to the other hens. The poor hens were, like, molested by this rooster who was aggressive, and he scratched them up, and he caused so much trouble. He was such a troublemaker, and he was awful. But in the end, I don't know who did what or how it happened, but someone in that family took him out, and then they cleaned him up, and then they ate him. So that was the end of him. He was done. He was done for. He wasn't a nice rooster, but you know, I got to try the rooster meat, and it was tough. He was gamey. One of my friends has a mean turkey. I told her if it attacks me again, I'm making it Christmas dinner. There you go. Yeah, delicious. Perfect. Yeah, that's, I mean, that sounds, yeah, if you're gonna be a delicious turkey, what right do you have strutting around acting like you're not gonna be eaten? You know what I mean? Like, like, how can you have an attitude like that if you're a delicious turkey? How? How? That is too funny that she's got a big old turkey and that you made that threat. That's pretty funny. Pretty hilarious. Alright, super cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get back into this. Let's see. Alright, so we've got this little blonde tuft of hair. She's looking a little bit more like Petri right now because of the colors. She's still got a little bit of hair down here. I need to kind of be a little bit more mindful of this as well. Her glasses will overlay on the top. Man, yeah, I don't think we could I don't think we could handle getting a rooster. We definitely want chickens. We definitely want our chickens. It'll be great. It'll be great. It might be a ways away. It might be sometime down the line. It might be sooner. I have no idea, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty excited about the whole thing because I love birds, and yeah, that includes chickens. It does. Fresh eggs are pretty good. Yes, they are. Oh, they're so rich. That's the thing. You ever try to use them to make French toast? French toast is so good with those delicious eggs. Delicious and tasty and wonderful. Eggs. Eggs. Okay. So let's see here. She does have a little bit of a lipstick thing going on here. So let's go ahead and mark that on one of these. But we're definitely gonna have to zoom in for this. That's, not quite right. It's gotta be pretty thin. It's gotta be pretty thin, like that. Yeah, okay, I think that works. I thought you were going to start singing the Egg Snatcher song from The Land Before Time. If only I knew it, Rin. If only I knew it. As much as I've seen Land Before Time, I actually don't remember Oh, but I do like this jam though. I love the Kirby music. This one's from Kirby's Dreamland 3. And honestly, I'm kind of grooving to it in my head. I like this track. It's groovy. So let's work on her nails. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that my tablet driver is working again. Let me tell you, it was actually on the fritz while I was working on, whilst I was working on Ione. It was on the fritz, sadly. Here's the lost font. Yes, face cam this time. That's what we got going on. So I'm here, doing digital art, and normally during my digital art, I have a face cam, and during my traditional art, you're not gonna see me because I'm bopping around a little too much, you know what I mean? There might be one day where I do end up getting a face cam set up for that, but I don't know. I kind of like not being seen all the time. I do think that it's fun during the digital streams, though. It adds a little something to it, you know? Because it's pretty cool. When I'm doing traditional art, my hand is in there. You can see my hand making brush marks. So you see me, in a sense. When I'm doing digital art, you can't see my hands. You just see the canvas. You see the mouse pointers. You see this cursor. And that's all you see, but you don't see my hand. So the human element is removed, but that's remedied with a face cam on me. So that's pretty much how I see it. But it's good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping in. Yeah, I feel ya in the sense of being camera shy. Yeah, sometimes I don't really want to be seen. I mean, what can you do, right? I'm okay with it other times, but sometimes I just want to kind of bop around and do my thing and not be self-conscious, not be aware of how I look or, you know, like all that stuff. Sometimes I'm just kind of like moving and grooving, and but I'm pretty excited because for my traditional art, I did get myself something pretty cool. That I haven't like set up yet, but I will when I'm doing my dragon art again. So there's this thing that I really wanted, a mashed concept. I really wanted something that I could strap to my body that would be like a tray, like a shelf that could go on over my shoulders. And this would hold like the palette and just be a place for me to put my palette paper and my brushes and stuff like that while I'm standing and while I'm moving around. And so I was like, what could I possibly do for this? So I found something that they sell in the UK that's not really available on Amazon or like anywhere that I could find, is an artboard, like a sketchboard sort of thing, which is just like this really big square with clipboards on it, where you can it's like a multiple clipboard thing, or like sometimes they have one clipboard and they have like measurements and things like that on the side, but it's essentially just a giant glorified clipboard, right? Nothing too special about that. But there were these ones that they sold with a strap that goes on them that can go around you, and then you can hold it upright so that you are standing while you're sketching, so you can kind of like walk around and you know, do the art thing while you're moving around or standing. And I thought that that would be perfect for having my palette with me. Because I'm kind of like in this weird setup where my palette is pretty far off the side and I don't really have much access to it. Like it's kind of it's kind of dreadful. So I found that, but it's not available anywhere. So I found a way to makeshift my own, and the stuff comes soon. And I'm super excited to try, but we'll see how it goes. Clipboard, clipboard, clipboard. What clipboard? Is this a song? I feel like I'm missing something. Sorry, I had to. Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't know. Alrighty, so let's give, she's got a clipboard, see? She has a clipboard. And I guess I'm going to make it, what should I do with, what should I do next? Oh yeah, I should do her glasses next, huh? I think that I should do those underneath her nose. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start on the rims of her big thick rim glasses. Just me being random after one too many monsters. Oh, that's funny. Hey, no worries, man. I'm pretty random tonight too. You're good. Be as random as you wanna be. My bot says, I've been live for 1 hour, 32 minutes, 52 seconds, and runtime is typically 3 hours. That is true. So we're about halfway through. And hopefully we make some decent progress tonight. And also, thankfully, we have not had any driver issues that I was having previously, so yeah, so things should be looking up now. Things are kind of looking up, looking more fortunate, a little better. Because it was a disaster last time, you guys. Like, the last stream lasted for like a half an hour, and it just kind of tumbled into dismay. I mean, it was ridiculous. So my tablet driver was like not working as it should. The pressure sensitivity was gone, and then all of a sudden I was prompted to like, it told me it installed an update, and then I went to the user interface, and then I was prompted to restart my computer during the stream. So I'm like, to use my tablet? Sure, I'll be back, I guess, you guys, 10 minutes tops. No problem. So I go to restart the computer, and what happens? Windows Update. So fun, my favorite. And and so I went ahead and said, yeah, okay, I'll just let that happen. Took a while, didn't think it would take as long as it did, but it did finish. And then things were just really, really wonky. What ended up happening was the Windows Update was part of it, but the new tablet driver that installed wasn't working properly because remnants of the old driver was still in there, and something wasn't working right. Something, I think, was being like called. I don't understand it too well, but I think that it was trying to call a file or something from a pathway, and it was calling the wrong file because it didn't delete the old driver. So I ended up using CCleaner to go in and delete a bunch of unused registry files because it left a whole bunch of like unused strings, and then I cleaned it up, and presto, it started working. But I needed a restart, and then it took, all in all, to get everything functioning, it took like 4 restarts. So I was like, okay, I'm not streaming tonight, that's okay. I'll finish, I'll just not do this. Yeah, and then life got busy, so I just figured I'd wait until now. We're starting a whole garden in our backyard and everything like that, so it's been a lot of work, a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, that's how it be. So how have you been, Guru? Hope you've been super well. That's enough about me. I suppose you've got updates as well. We've been through a few holidays. Perhaps you've had had a good Thanksgiving, although I don't really know. It depends on where you're at, if you even celebrate. Or even if you don't want to celebrate. I mean, hey, that is a valid choice. I just want an excuse to cook a whole bunch of food for people. And I did. A garden this late in the year? Yes, because I live in Arizona, where the land where it is hot. Hot, hot, hot. As hot as Satan's butt crack. For the rest of the year, and this is the only time of year where things are nice and cool like the rest of the universe. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if lucky's the right word. I think the stream cut out. Oh, the stream cut out? Everything okay? It looks like we're still live. Wait. Oh, okay. It looks like we have dropped some frames. 0.1%. Looks like our internet is somewhat shaky, but only sometimes. It looks like we're running 30 frames per second. Oh no. Sorry, it was me, my bad. I was worried for a second, but I was like not seeing anything. I'm like, where is it going to say that everything? But it is. It looks like it's more shaky than usual, but I don't think it's dropping. Okay, my internet sucks. Oh no. You even have it worse than Florida. It's always hot here. I mean, we don't have the humidity, but I actually, as weird as it sounds, prefer the humidity because the dry heat feels like being in an oven or being hit with a flamethrower on the hot days. It's hot. It's bad. Feels like a singe on your skin, you know. It feels like your arm hair burns off when you leave the house. It gave me an error and kicked me out. Oh no. It's okay, we're just talking about the Arizona heat in the summer. And we're talking about Florida a little bit. How hot it can be there. And our weird weather here because we're in AZ. So yeah, and just explaining, Guru is confused because I was talking about how we made the garden this late in the year. And I think to most that would be very strange, but here we're in that dry, you know, desert. I physically cannot live in the humidity, health issue. Ooh, oh no. Well, it's dry as a desert here because it is a desert. So if you like the heat and you like the dry heat, this is where you want to be. The state of Arizona, that's where you want to be. But I can't do anything cute with my hair without it going poof. And then I look like a poodle. Same, Rin. Same. Yeah, always that humidity is always a problem. I've just learned to embrace the poof. But, I was living for a very short while in Wisconsin. And Wisconsin was, over the summer, it was really, really wet. The air was sopping wet. The humidity was incredible all the time, all days. It was wet there. And it was what you call a humid heat. I don't know. It was humid and it was hot over the summer, but I still preferred it because I could still go for strolls in the woods in the summer. We still like biked into town for a couple miles and we biked back. That is not feasible here over the summer. That is not even feasible here. I'm trying to tell you that will get you, you will die. You will like have a heat stroke. You'll be sent to the hospital. Just don't do stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It gets crazy here. It gets too much. I don't advise people go biking or doing that kind of stuff in the summer. I've gone hiking and stuff in the summer, and it's miserable. Just save it for the winter. Save it for the winter. You will thank yourself. Because, or for the fall, late fall, not early fall, because it's still hot as butt in the early fall. It doesn't even feel like fall. Our leaves don't even fall till winter. You know what I mean? Like, we don't get a fall season. It doesn't exist. Okay. So now that we have those glasses there, we have those lovely glasses for elaborate. I'm thinking we can quite possibly add, we'll do like a smaller brush, but like right underneath her nose, I kind of want to add like the lip line, like I kind of want to add like this. We're gonna kind of like get in there and we're gonna just like that. And there she is, super cute, I adore her. Alright. A bonfire is a dry heat. You don't see me sticking my butt in one of those, do ya? Sir, your butt is on fire, it's a dry heat. Size, need to turn the... I want to see what you're saying, because it's actually like... Because I know you're saying... I know... Oh, it won't let me. Okay, never mind. Not from here, anyway. How do you pull Walter? Walter. Same. It's summer or winter, no spring or fall. Yeah, I mean... There was this meme. There's this meme that I have to show you guys. Hold on. It's the Seasons of Arizona meme. The Seasons of Arizona. Seasons of Arizona meme. I want to know where the Hot with Decorations one is. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. I have to show you guys. I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna show you. Because it's too funny. I have to show you. Oh, yeah, and just searching that reminded me of our dust storms, our haboobs. The haboob, the dust storms. Jeff Dunham. Oh, that's a name. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long, long time. Jeff Dunham. Isn't he the puppeteer guy? Isn't he the stand-up comedian with the... Oh, the Walter puppet, right? Oh my gosh, it's been forever since I've even heard that name. That's great. There you go. Oh, that's wonderful. Jeff Dunham. Man, that's been a long time since I watched that. You're like digging up old memories. Like, when did I watch him with my family? I want to say I was like in middle school. That's crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys this meme because it's hilarious. Let's go ahead and show you. Give me a moment. Oh, wow. If my computer will respond. Let's go ahead and add a scene. Add an image. This is so important, you guys. It's worth all the time. I'm joking. It's actually probably not. Yeah. Here it is. It's worth it, especially with that iFunny Co watermark. Now you're really gonna take it seriously. No, I'm joking. I hate those watermarks. Ugh. Gross. The seasons in Arizona. January, chilly hot. February, mild hot. March, hot. April, hot. May, real hot. June, super hot. July, surface of the sun. August, hot with a side of haboob. September, hot. October, spooky hot. November, still hot. December, hot with decorations. That's my favorite. I love that. It's hilarious. That's exactly how it is. That meme encapsulates the seasons of Arizona so perfectly, so flawlessly. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this source here. Image 2, we don't need that. Image 2, goodbye. Alrighty, so funny. Totally worth it. Hot with decorations. That honestly, the first time that I saw that, I like laughed so loud. Such a stupid meme. I love it though. It's great. It's too true. Too honest. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and I suppose we can start working on her glasses. So I think I'm gonna add like kind of like a opacity. We'll just do a layer opacity thing. So that's kind of like her lip right there, okay? Very cool. Very cool. Where are the glasses at? So that's that. And then her glasses are right here. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and add another frame. Another layer. And then we're gonna go ahead and just kind of steal the color from the reference. That's either better or worse than the Upper Peninsula. I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't know. I haven't traveled much. I will say it's pretty saddening actually because we don't experience seasons. Up north in the mountains, you can get snow, of course, because it's higher elevation and it's in the mountains. March, cold. April, cold. Oh, I missed one. January, freezing cold. February, loving cold. March, cold. April, cold. Cold all the time. Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you are. May, mild, cold. June, mild. I would love for the summers to be nice and mild and cool, but I don't want to give up our summer, or not our summers. I do want to give up our summers. Get rid of that. Ugh. I don't want to give up our winters because our winters are the best. They're the best. People travel here to experience our winters. We get snowbirds is what they're called. People who come from up north who get snowed in their residence and come here. People who have second houses or come to their family's house here in Arizona. People travel from up north down here to Arizona where it's nice and the weather is beautiful over the winter. It's beautiful weather. It doesn't really get that cold. Sometimes it dips below freezing. That's about it. That's all you get. Sometimes it dips below freezing over the winter. But, you know, you will hardly see any kind of snow. If it is, it's a very, very strange sight, and it actually makes, like, headlines and stuff because it's weird. But it happens sometimes. Yeah. July, mild. August, mild cold. September, mild cold. October, spooky cold. November, freezing cold. December, freezing cold with decorations. At least that's more like your traditional winter holiday, right? Because you think of cold, you think of snow, but at the same time, You can't go out. That's why people make themselves so cozy with their fireplaces and get all warmed up with hot chocolate. Here, we only get all warmed up and drink our hot chocolate for the aesthetic. We're not actually snowed in, and we don't need to make ourselves cozy because outdoors is still beautiful. We still have, you know, that's like when the plants do better. Not really, not necessarily, because sometimes it does dip below freezing, but only like right in the mornings before the sun comes up. Sometimes it might dip below freezing. Sometimes in like January, things might actually, like puddles might freeze maybe in the mornings, like part of the day, but everything melts eventually. I love the cold. I would love to live in Alaska. Ooh, that's brave, Rin. Even where you don't see the sun for days? Is that real? Is that a real thing? Because I've heard up north in the winter solstice, is that right? Are there certain times where you don't see the sun for a while? Longer than 24 hours? A few days, 72 hours before you see the sun. I don't know how true that is. I've never really done my research, admittedly. We're gonna cover all of this with this color. Oh, let's actually up the opacity to 100. And then we're just gonna go ahead and continue on. Maybe make this actually a little bit bigger. The size of the brush. That way I can cover all of the surface. We're just gonna kind of just, We're just gonna do all of this. Just like that. Just like that. So, very cool. And then, over here, same deal. We're gonna cover all of that. Perfect. Okay, very nice. And then we're gonna go opacity. We're gonna bring down the opacity just to like right there. And then also this mousey over here. I'm gonna go ahead and also just kind of like add some stuff over here too for her, because like of her gray mousiness underneath the glasses as well, because I realized that I was kind of missing that piece, assuming it wouldn't really be needed, but now I'm seeing that I believe it will actually be pretty necessary. Okay. Go. Super. Go. Very nice. Alright, let's take a look at this. It is, and I would love it. Oh my gosh, it is true, huh? Here in Indiana, it ranges from Hell's Frozen Over to Hell's Scorching Land. Anyway, Thanksgiving was hectic as always. Oh no! Hectic? Well, that's not good. I think a proper or good Thanksgiving probably has a lot of stuff going on, is bopping, but not in a bad way. Sometimes that can certainly happen. We're a little choosy of who we let over, who we let come over here, over in our little space. I like to invite family, and I love to cook for family, but you know, I don't always want all of the chaos, so we're selective of who we bring over. We're a little bit selective. Alright, here we go. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. Make a smaller brush. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get in there about like 200% this time. Zoom in on our little mousy face. Thanksgiving was horrible this year. Oh no! Man, I'm so sorry. I'm worried about Christmas at this point. Oh gosh. Are you guys having family troubles? What's going on? That's worrisome. I hope that things go really well during Christmas and otherwise. Oh no, I did that on the wrong layer. That's okay. I made another layer, but I don't think that it... I think I pressed back. Or I did undo. And that must have undid it. Undiddly done. Undiddly do. Alright. Oh, it looks like it held your thing. Hold on, let me allow that for a moment. How silly, AutoMod. AutoMod's too sensitive. Well, kind of. A certain person tried to invite herself over despite having a restraining order against her. Oof. No, you're okay. You're okay. Hey there, Bean Smoko says, hey there, gonna head to bed. Thanks for sharing your lovely work with all of us. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping in, and thank you for always being so supportive. Thank you so much for inviting Matt. That was really cool. Didn't I meet him at Brother Braspero's birthday? That was pretty cool. That's really awesome. Well, I hope you have a super amazing night. Get some good rest. Get some good sleep. And I shall catch you next time. Always good to talk with you too. Thank you for coming over, chilling, hanging out. Alright. Alright, my sister had a heart attack on Thanksgiving and my stepmom passed away 2 days. Oh. Is your sister okay? Is your sister? Wow. Was this? Oh my gosh. What's going on? Like, so I shouldn't be putting this stuff out there. But I do know Keto, my husband, he's a team leader, and he recently, in recent times, has had a few people that he's training that have their mothers have passed on, and that's, well, and then one of my good friends from school growing up, her mother just passed away about 4 days ago. Like, what is going on? We're in the craziest time right now. That's horrible. My condolences. I'm so sorry, Rin. I'm so sorry. That's really awful. I'm so sorry. I hope that you're hanging in there, because that's such a terrible loss. Well, kind of a certain a-hole trying to invite herself. I think I already read that one. Yes, that's the one. No real drama, just had just hard life hits all right there together. Yeah, everything happens at once. When it rains, it pours, and it's literally raining outside right now. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Yeah, I've been listening on Bing Smoko's phone, but I'm probably gonna head off too. Thanks for streaming, Airbird. Petri is looking good. Great. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Prospero. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for lurking with Bing Smoko. You're awesome, brother. Thanks for always being so supportive. It's really cool. Enjoy the rain as well. That's pretty cool. And also feel better. I'm sorry that you're feeling under the weather. Just take some zinc and stuff like that. Hope that makes you feel a little better. Oh, she's okay now. She just has to wear a vest that will shock her if her heart drops too much. Oh, whoa! The universe is trying to get all the horrible stuff in it can in this last little part of the year. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that everything just rip the band-aid off, I guess, right? Like, it's already bad. And yeah, when it rains, it pours. Like, that is such a true statement because things always tend to happen just all at once. Like, big downpour. And you never know when it's gonna happen, and you can't choose. It just decides when it's gonna happen, and then everything's all gone there, you know? All gone. Poof. Chat pause due to scroll. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Looks like everything's in working order now. But yeah, it's like, let's go ahead and save this just to make sure. It's like it all just happens at once, and it's terrible and it's terrifying because you can't choose. You ever get those feelings of just impending doom? Like something's going to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Most of the time, nothing ever happens, but it's such a tormenting feeling because we've all been through those situations where all the terrible stuff happens all at once, and it's almost like when you get that feeling of impending doom, it's like you're expecting that to happen again. I remember I had that feeling really bad while I was pregnant with Robin, but she turned out great. Everything went a-okay. It was great. Everything went okay. There were some things that were just not, you know, not good, but I would say all in all that worry that I had about everything, well, maybe it did mean something, because now that I think about it, this timeline, like, since the pandemic started and all this crazy stuff, this wacky stuff happening in her early childhood, maybe that's the feeling of impending doom I had. I don't know. It's possible. Space Daddy Gangsta, hello! Welcome! Thanks for being here! My back needs to be stretched. Yes, welcome, welcome. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm working on. This is Petri from Animal Crossing. What's Animal Crossing, you say? Just kidding, I know you know. Take a stretch break. I was thinking about it. I did take a little water break earlier. But this is what I'm working on so far. Here she is in all her glory. I'm still working on the base layers with just the color. The sketch layer, what happens if I remove it? Let's look at it. Alright, so that's just kind of like the super simple. There we go. Oh, I did want to hear more about that. Thank you, Guru, because I was kind of questioning about the person. To be honest, the person who tried to invite herself over needs to be locked up. She burned me both literally and figuratively last year and tried to use the excuse of self-defense despite me working on planting fox would at the time. She's got them eyes, though. Yeah, she's a... Yeah, I mean, Petri, she's a fox under those glasses. She's a true fox. She's a fox mouse. Ew, that's terrible. Yeah, I mean, with you having a restraining order on this person that has done so much to hurt you, why would they even think to invite themselves over? Like, don't they know that if they get hurt, the law will probably be on your side? If they step foot on your property, they're not supposed to do that. You just call the police, you know? Call the police on them. What'd you do about it? Did you end up calling 911? You get that taken care of? Because that's wacky. That's some wacky stuff. I don't mess with people like that. Nope. I don't talk to people I don't even... I like that you're matching with your drawing. Yes, I am. I kind of went a little bit nuts with it. We're blue and we're red. And, of course the glasses are just a happy coincidence because I just wear them anyway. But yes, the red and the blue. And the blonde's already there, so you know what I mean? But it all works out. I'm not wearing a lab coat or anything like that, and I don't have a clipboard. But in this bag that I'm holding, I do have a clipboard, actually. Or maybe I don't. Maybe it's not in there. Yeah, anyways, anywho, let us see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna go 200%. And then I was going to draw her foxy eyes. So this is her little lens, so I did that layer. And next, I'm gonna work on her eyes. The only thing is, for some reason, the color, I had a different color. Maybe I need to, yeah, reselect my color. There we go. Okay, perfect. She was even squeaky earlier. Did someone make her squeaky? Yes, I had the little tiny mini Sunla, the small Sunla voice. The itty bitty small Sunla voice. Her words catch the criminal in the act. Besides, I did go to the hospital because of that. Luckily, it was just second-degree burns. Now, though, still, second-degree hurts like... And yeah, you're losing skin over that, some of that. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with somebody like that. You want peace in mind. You want peace in your life. And in order to get that, you have to cut certain people out. There are people out there that are dangerous, that cannot be anywhere near you, and that shouldn't be an influence on you, and shouldn't even be allowed to speak to you. For your own safety and for your good. And I'm sure you know that. It's just... people be dangerous, you know? There's nothing more dangerous than other people who don't really have those boundaries and who really can't respect yours. I was more worried about the 4 boxwood that were burned than myself. People be dangerous. True on God. Yeah, true on God. It's true, man. People are more dangerous than animals, wild animals out there, than bears, you know? People are the scariest thing because people are the masterminds, and just people are the ones that are actually like learning where you live and like acting predatory and scary. Like, there are scary people out there. It's terrifying, truly. you never know, too, because people are so good at hiding things. They can be. Very dark things, and it's like, sometimes you don't know who to trust, but a lot of times your gut feeling is a very, very good indicator. When somebody is not someone that you can trust and that you shouldn't let around you. I kind of have a lot of barriers up in my life. I have a lot of barriers where I don't really make close friends. I don't really invite a lot of people over. It's in part because I'm not super social, but it's also because I am a little distrusting of people because of things that I have seen, witnessed, and been through in the past. And people are dangerous. I'm just saying, you really gotta trust your gut and do not give them your time. Do not give them your information. And, yeah, really call 911 on that crazy person. If they show up on your property, they shouldn't be there. Fun fact, you're more likely to be bitten by a human than a shark. True, because I got bit by my daughter today on the cheek because she thinks it's super funny. She says, I'm gonna eat your face. And then of course she's like really cute about it, but it's still like totally getting bit by a human. Oh yeah. Bears, snakes, spiders, sharks, etc. are all scary. They can be, but scary people are more scary. Well, I mean, bears do be scary, though. They are, but people kill bears more than bears kill people. It's the truth. People hunt bears. And what's terrifying is the fact that people have a calculated method to go hunt and kill bears. Oh, whoa. Alright. I think I skipped over. Fun fact, you're more likely to be bitten by a human than a shark. Fun fact, you're more likely to die from a cow than a shark. I believe that, yeah, because cows, they tip over and they can buck and they're heavy, and sharks, they hardly actually attack people. It's a weird phobia, it's a weird fear that people have kind of made up. I don't know why. I guess because the potential is there and they see the big scary teeth, but it's not a common occurrence by any stretch. Oh, I don't know if I said it or not, but I bought a house this past week. You mentioned that before, and I completely forgot. It actually totally slipped my mind. Wow, congratulations! I thought you said that you were, that you were looking at a house to buy. I think the last time that we spoke, you said something, that you went to go check out the house, I thought. That is so cool, congratulations! That is great news, and we're due for good news because we've been seeing some pretty grim news here in the chat tonight, but hopefully things look up and get better too. With Christmas coming, I hope that the year actually wraps up and ends on a very good note for the next year to start on a good note as well. Yeah, congratulations. Agreed with Guru. Let's see this. I was looking and I kind of put in a joke offer. It was a low offer and they accepted. Yay! There you go. You gotta have, it's about having the guts to ask. And you have it. That's so funny. Thank you. It's a lot bigger than I expected. That's what she said. Oh. Yo, but that's so cool. Congrats, dude. I'm so happy. Now, I was working on our eyes. I think that's what I was doing. Okay. Wait. Okay. There we go. Very cool. Let's work on our eyes now. I think if I turn off this layer, perfect. Let's turn off her little glass layer. I can see this a lot better. Oh yeah, that's much better. I do my eyeliner outward in. So I do like that. And so that's how I'm gonna do hers, because that's how I do my winged eyeliner. I wing my eyeliner and I go out. I just start from the outside point and I go in. Alright. In a more happier note, I have fuel to use against my sister. Fuel is obviously a quote or two. Is it? I mean, yeah. I mean, if it's words, yeah. I'm still taken back because I honestly still have 3 months at my place. So I just kind of am living and sleeping at both places whenever I feel at the moment. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, man. I mean, when you're in the process of moving, if you've already got your other place squared away, that's just kind of how it is. It was the same when I moved from my apartment to here. We did the same thing. And I'm pretty sure our neighbors just moved, and they were kind of in the process doing the exact same thing as you. Yeah, they were just doing the same thing. Doing the thing where they were only there sometimes when they wanted to be, and then some other times they weren't. It was it's kind of chill. It's kind of chill having 2 different places that you can go to, but it's also kind of like you kind of want to chill at the old place because it's like saying goodbye. Because doesn't it kind of like make you feel sad when you leave the place and it's like, what if there are loose ends? What if I left something? Or like, or you just kind of feel like this connection with the place, and it's like you just feel like you kind of miss it. Like, you ever get that way? Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. And I didn't know you were such a slacker. Both taken from Kaya from Genshin Impact. Oh, I never owned, so this is super weird for me. I'm not the type of person to just commit to something, so owning this whole place is awkward. Oh, it won't be awkward because you are going to really be able to have the freedom to own it and mold it into whatever you want. It's gonna be such a great thing. The place that we're currently at right now, we're gonna be here for a long time because we recently bought this place and we used to rent. We were renting for, let's see, let me think. We rented for 5 years, and just this year we bought this house. So we're actually starting to do our own renovations now. We're starting with the backyard, and we're really going to own this place now. We're really going to take ownership because it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Animal Crossing IRL decorating, yeah. OMG, I feel you on the backyard. We just redid everything. We're redoing everything. We're tearing up some of the irrigation systems and stuff like that and making it into something else. And we're going to actually start on a real project in the backyard too. We want to make like a cool fire pit area, and we're going to. I honestly like Genshin Impact, especially certain boss fights. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna take one more break quickly for 5 minutes. Are you doing an in-ground or above fire pit? We're going to do an in-ground one. We have one of those fire pits that have like the metal grating on top, and it's like the one that stands up that has the, you know, thing that you lift up from the top. We have one of those. Yay! Well, headed to bed anyways, so good night. Have a super good night, Guru of the Lost Fog. Thank you so much for being here, and it's good catching up with you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, catch you next time. Tomorrow I'll be on if you are free, of course. Yeah, so I will be back shortly. Would you like to watch the video break where I do Glimmering Seabed or Twilight Dragon? Because there's two now. Let's go with Twilight Dragon. Okay. All right. That's the one we're watching. All right. Be right back. officially waiting for that camera to start. Waiting. There it is. Hi. Hello. Want to know the truth behind what I just did for my break? I have to use the inhaler because I realized that this whole time I've been wheezing and it started getting hard for me to talk. So, you know, my nerdy little butt needed the inhaler. Hello. We have like a half an hour left, so let's go ahead and continue on this lovely little mouse lady. Let's go ahead and continue on her. And then hopefully I can feel pretty comfortable with tonight's progress. Let's give her like a little bit of something like that instead of like an eye shine, because I don't want to do too much of that behind the glasses. Just kind of give her something like this, and then that'll look like it'll fit in, I think. Looks very classic. Something like that. Oh, I see something. Hold on. I just noticed. Nope. That was an accident. There we go. Oh. Okay, so I'm thinking. Okay, so let's go like this. Image. Layer. Let's go like adjustments, hue and saturation. So I noticed that her eyes kind of brown. So we're gonna colorize them later. I'm gonna make them into like this brownish color. If we look over here, you can kind of see how she has like a little something there. Let's go ahead and saturate that. Might even be a little bit grayish. It does look kind of gray, like a dark gray. There. There we go. Okay, so if I do something like that, let's see how that looks. Alright, cool. So it's really subtle. Very subtle. It doesn't need to be anything more than that, though. So that's perfectly good with me. There's our little mousy girl. Okay. And let's work on her other eye. And we'll also do the eyeshadow too, because that looks like such a fun part to work on. There we are. Petri's pretty underrated, I think. I think that Petri is pretty underrated. So let's go ahead and get her. I'm just gonna go ahead and give her more brown iris. There we go. I think that works out pretty okay. Not too shabby. That needs to be re-angled, I think. Besides that, not too bad. Perhaps. Perhaps I'll look at it tomorrow and say, what was I thinking? Because sometimes that does happen. Admittedly, it happens. Alright, but her eyelids though. We definitely need to give her these eyelids. There we go. Just gotta have these. Did you watch the Game Awards? No, I didn't. I didn't even know that there were Game Awards going on. I've been living under a rock. So how'd they go? Game Awards. Game Awards. It's been a while since I've watched any such thing. Most people complain that it's rigged. Oh. Oh. Okay. That explains why I've been seeing like the, I'm guessing the box art for the game. Or for the movie, I should say. The Sonic 2 movie. Yeah. So, I kept seeing some stuff like Knuckles today. Like people posting this stuff. Of course, I haven't actually seen it, so I don't know what all was shown besides what I have seen. Yeah! And people were raving about the box art looking something like paying homage to the manga? Like old-timey? I don't know. I don't really know for sure. Is that right? That's pretty cool. They announced a new Star Wars game, an open-world Sonic game. An open-world Sonic? What is with all of these new open-world games? That's bizarre. Open-world Sonic. No way. Her hair needs to be on top of this stuff. There we go. Oh, cool. There we are. Alrighty. So now I can show her little glasses again. These can actually, I have an idea. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna fill the rest of these in really quick. And then I'm gonna select all of this. Oops. I want to shift and add that. Now we're going to make a new layer. I'm going to deselect that one. And we're going to make a gradient this time. We're going to make a gradient. Alright, select, deselect. And then, yeah, there we go. They announced a new Star Wars game. Oh, I already just read that. So silly. I just got so into this because I had this idea with her glasses. I kind of want her little eye to peer through. But I also don't want this to be, well, not all these ideas. If I make this disappear, I'm just super focused. I'm just really excited about this. Hold on one moment. I'm gonna look in just a sec. Okay, so there's her eyes. Oops. It always selects the wrong layer when I do that. There we go. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. Interesting. I wonder why it's like that. Oh, right, because of this. There. That makes sense. I like the transparency with the glasses. Thank you. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay, so we're gonna take this. We're gonna create. No, let's duplicate the layer. I kind of have an idea. I sort of have an idea with this one. Maybe if I kind of play with some layer modes. Not dissolve, but we're going to toggle through them. Okay, so like some of these are really kind of catching my eye. I kind of like stuff like this. Alright, so let's zoom out so we can get the full picture. And like, of course, with this visible, so we can kind of see like the full sketch. Alright. Pin light. I have to remember I like the pin light one. I like this one a lot too. This one is Divide. That looks pretty good as a divide. I do like that one. And then I can also add some little streaks of light on her glasses as well. Flip it to her... Oh, I have ideas. I do. I have ideas. I'm thinking if I do this, and then I create a clipping mask on top, okay? And then we go ahead and just create some light streaks. We'll just make some nice little light streaks. And we'll make a few more. Two. That. 3 of them. Yep. Alright, and then something like that. Okay, and then if I go like this. Oh, strange. I just need like a white gradient, a fade to white. I don't have one, do I? I'll have to modify it. Okay, that's okay. I can modify my gradients. If I take this color and I turn it white instead of black. There we go. Okay, then we can make it look shiny. Like a glare. Opposite direction though. Okay. And then I can take this. We're gonna make it like, I'm thinking we can change the layer mode. We can make it like screen or something, or linear dodge, or overlay. Soft light, hard light. Oh, now I'm realizing. It's because this is clipped. Here, let's release the clipping mask. And if I take this to, and I make this normal. So this is so strange. I'm not really understanding why it's, wait, I know why it is. Never mind. We're going to delete this. Move the button. Then we're going to try again with our new layer. Okay. With this new gradient that I created, which for some reason has colors in it that I don't want it to. Peculiar. Oh, I see why. Everything's supposed to be changed, but all the flags have not been changed. Okay, we're gonna try again. For some odd reason, my gradients are weird. Why is it acting like that? That's so... Oh, I'm dumb. Ridiculous. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. We're just going to make a new layer. Oh, where did I put those? Okay, thank God. There they are. Alright, got it, got it. Delete that layer. We're gonna add another layer, and then we're going to try again. Once more. There, that's what I'm trying to do the whole entire time. Holy crap. I was like not able to see that the flag was set on a gradient the whole time. It was a pain in my butt. There was a color flag for a black marker, which Would be fine if I had it on the right layer style, but I didn't, so I sort of almost want to add like a little sparkle here. Right on top of her frames. I'm gonna go like this. Sort of want to just add a little shape, like a custom shape. And we're just gonna go in and add a sparkle. Something like this, right? Except we're gonna make that look like it's glowing. Yep, okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move it to like right there. Got a nice little sparkle. Okay, and then we're gonna go into our blending options. We're gonna go, well, how about I rasterize this first, and then we worry about that. Okay. Okay, so if I do this, I do something like a drop shadow, but I go size, spread, lower. And we go like color burn. Linear burn's probably okay as long as I take something like this, make it darker, like a brown or something. Opacity, crank that up, spread, size, high, spread, low. Okay, so now that little sparkle stands out just a bit, so now we're also going to do a color, an outer glow. Yeah, something like that I think would work out okay. I do kind of want to do a separate outer glow, perhaps. Maybe if I change this bit. I do really love doing this. Okay, so let's go size, spread, that looks too much like a square. What if I got rid of that drop shadow? Starting to wonder how I should handle this. Range should be high, size should be high, spread should be low, opacity can go up. Now let's move this around just a bit. Move it to like right there. Maybe we can come back to it too. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and we'll reapply our little sketch layer. I'm leaving again. Our little sketch layer. We'll reapply that. And I'm gonna go ahead and save. So I like that you can kind of just subtly see her other eye. But it's not really super there. Okay, very cool. You can just barely see, it's just a hint. I might do 2 versions of her. Maybe one with her glasses completely covering her eyes, and then some with her eyes really showing. Because I feel like there's just something special about that little ambiguous, like, who's behind those glasses? Like, that particular look that she has. I could do a second version of her. Let's see. Like if I do something like this alongside the other one that looks something similar to this. Yeah, that would be interesting. She's playing with some layers at this point, right? There we go. There's her cute little mousy eyes. Perfect. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it a night then. Looks like, let's see what we got going on here. We've got a few people over here. And anybody who's still tuned in, if you would like, perhaps we can go check out and see who's online. Actually, it seems more like a bedtime to me right now. Chat was popping before, but we're pretty much all petered out, right? Nobody's got any energy. I'm about ready for bed, to be honest with you. I don't stay up that late these days. I mean, normally, I'm staying up really late. I used to, at least for years. I was a total night owl, but lately I've just been so sleepy at night. So I guess I'm becoming a normal person now. Just kidding. I'm not normal, and I never will be. But anyways, we did make some good progress tonight, I think. We got past that really horrendous sketch, and there was a really horrible sketch. I will say, I guess I've been a little bit distracted, you know, chatting and stuff like that. I love to chat and hang out while I art, so I guess I'm in no hurry. I'm just really excited that I did make progress. Yeah, tonight's progress looks pretty good. Yeah, yesterday it was super, super bad. Not yesterday. Gosh. See, I'm ready for sleeping. Ready for the bedtime. Last week, I did struggle really bad with my tablet and the driver, but this time around, we have a working tablet and driver, and Photoshop and everything works and functions just as it should. So I'm just really glad about that. And then we can continue on tomorrow. I will be back, and it will be Friday, which is super exciting. I'll catch you guys then, and I hope that you have a super amazing night. Get some rest, or morning, or day, depending on where you are. Have a super incredible night. I'll catch you next time. Bye!